So it looks like mushrooms and some bacon. Now we need some cheese. I'm feeling Swiss for this one. Now, what if instead of a burger, we used a seeded roll and made it buttery? Oh yeah, that looks good. Now, I think the only thing that it's missing is some sauce. Let's try some French onion aioli. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Now, I say we name it after our favorite. Call it the Red October Cake Yoga. Take a look at this. Try to get
Just got to the course.
Yeah, with the just the way the schedule was worked out today, Angie had to go into work early to cover for someone that called in, so I had to take all three kids to school. They're in opposite directions, half hour each direction from the house. So a 2-hour trip later this morning, and then I'm gonna have to repeat the same process in reverse this afternoon. So 4 hours of today will be taking kids to and from school. So, and then I'm a little bit behind. On my normal shopping things.
Breathe.
Fucking God, I'm gonna kill one of you, if not both of you.
Breathe.
I don't want to. I do not want to. I'm gonna let them outside real quick so they can bark at all the construction equipment.
Oh yes.
And Comcast or Charter or somebody's putting in a new line across the road. So yeah, extra. It'll be extra barky today. Plus, I'm expecting my doorbell to ring at any second right now because my sprinklers are finally getting blown out. So, which I didn't get a time frame, just today.
That's normally the thing.
And this is my third reschedule because they've been running behind the other 2 times they've scheduled it. So
yeah,
but we'll see.
Well, I have three dogs and a guy in my garage installing a new water softener. So
yeah. All right. Episode 14, Skippy.
Woot woot.
You have the amount of excitement that I've had about the month of October.
Hey, I like October so far.
Over it.
October's been good so far.
I'm happy for you.
Except for repairs.
I am very much ready to move on to our winter menu.
Soups and sandwiches.
Yes. Very excited about it.
We'll have to talk about that more in depth.
We will. But yeah, why don't we start with your week? I'm sure it was less eventful than mine. Again.
So I had pull up my calendar because I don't remember what I did yesterday. Never mind anything else. Yeah, so we had a food truck rally when it was 30 degrees in Ann Arbor at the Ann Arbor Farmers Market. It's our second one this year. Little slower, but still sold out before closing time. So 5 to 8, sold out by 7:30-ish.
I think that's perfect. But
well, then they pack everybody in there, so it's like, okay, then you gotta wait for 17 people to get out before you can get out. So we might have got over at 8, but I didn't get home until like 9:30. We had the 20th, which is a Thursday, I had an absolute pounding headache.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing sunglasses indoors and I was supposed to go to a Walgreens. It was about an hour away to help or to do something special for the pharmacy techs because Monday was pharmacy tech day or Tuesday was pharmacy tech day. And my daughter works at she's not a pharmacy tech, but she got me in touch with the lady, and I was supposed to go up there and sell food until like 3 or 4 or whatever.
Cool.
And I barely could move. Like it just was bad. So I called her, or I texted her and said, hey, is it okay if I bring food for you guys? Like, I won't charge you a lot. Like, I understand it's disappointing that I really can't come. I mean, I have a headache that just don't go away. And she's like, you know what? That's absolutely fine. We'll set up a break room for you. Come in, drop off, and tell me who I need to pay. I'm like, well, I appreciate that. She gave me a $50 tip, so it's nice of her. And then that night, again, pounding headache. We did an indoor, we were set up inside a venue at a rock concert, a punk rock concert. And the band was cool. It was called Here Comes the Mummies. Ever heard of them?
No.
Okay. So basically they come out in full mummy regalia. My headache was getting better, but still hurt. I was told to be down before 3 so they could back me in and I wouldn't have to worry about anything. And I get there at 3 and I get back until 5:30. And the doors open at 6. So I'm just sitting there just waiting. The acoustics were really good because it wasn't really that loud where we were. And we were probably about 100 feet away from the stage. So I was very surprised with the acoustics in pretty much a concrete building. But the story of the band is they have, for 20 years, they've remained anonymous. They're out of Nashville. Nobody knows their identities other than close personal people. To the point where the stage guy asked if I mean not to use my cell phone while they were doing sound check.
Really?
Yeah. So like I said, they're based out of Nashville. Supposedly the rumor has it is they're comprised of several Grammy Award winning artists. And they just do this to have fun, blow off steam. I'm like, all right. But the reason I maintained it, even though I wasn't feeling good, is this was a good in to get to other events next year that I wasn't able to get into because they were full. So I was a last minute ad. So she was very thankful that I was there. So they have a Winter Michigan Beer Festival in March that I'm now going to be in, which is good.
So worth it.
Very much worth it. Very much. Friday and Saturday was kind of our 1-year anniversary days. We did a distillery in Manchester, which is southwest of, we'll call it Ann Arbor. Did really good there. Didn't sell out, but we brought a lot of food. But we gave away bottles of sauce. We gave away bottles of rub. Had a lot of people actually come up and say, hey, happy anniversary. We had really no rhyme or reason on why we gave stuff away. Like we didn't advertise. We advertised giving stuff away, but basically like the first person that came up to the window says, hey, my wife saw you on Facebook and said it was your 1-year anniversary. Congratulations. I said, okay, you get a bottle of sauce or a bottle of rub, you pick. Like you're the first person to mention it. So, but it was a good night. And then last but not least, Saturday, we went to Novi for the high school like craft fair. Jeff Hall from Hall Boy Barbecue, which is over here too, unfortunately had to cancel and gave us a good referral. I'm glad he did because I've never seen a craft fair so big. Novi High School is huge to begin with, but there were 225 craft booths.
Damn.
And there was probably over 2,000 people. We were there from 10 to 3, sold out by 2. I was Googling because I know we have a ton of women that listen to this podcast. I was Googling.
Clearly.
I was Googling what like women friendly barbecue choices or whatever like that. Try to find, because I'm like a craft fair. There's probably a lot of women here and the guys are just tagging along to carry whatever the woman buys. It didn't work. Anyway, we still sold out, so it was good. And then
I'm
went
curious
to
what the Google results were on that.
well, the first that came up was Red Book. So if that tells you anything, it was like grilled salmon. I'm like, not doing salmon. But all of it was like, there was like tri-tip sliders. I'm like, really? Like there was a lot of like, nothing was in a wrap. I was expecting everything to be wrapped. Nothing was in a wrap. That night, so it was a double. We went to Robin Hill Farms in Chelsea. Was there at 5, sold out by 7:30. Created a new menu item. So we've been using our cornbread as the base of a strawberry shortcake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a few pieces of cornbread left. And I'm like, well, let's try this. So I drizzled some peanut butter over it. So cornbread, strawberries, peanut butter, whipped cream, and cinnamon toast crunch.
Peanut butter and strawberry?
Yeah. So, you know, so I gave 5 of them away. I gave them to 2 of the volunteers and the 3 bartenders. And everybody said, what the hell is this? And I'm like, well, it's the PB&J shortcake. Peanut butter, strawberry, I mean, PB&J, right? And they said, this needs to be on the menu. This is fantastic. It goes so good together. I'm like, all right, I might test it out a little bit more, but it was a good feedback on it. But I think
Can we
PB&J,
start calling you shortcake instead of Skippy?
we can do that. That's fine too. I'm okay. I'm light and fluffy and but no, it was cool. That was kind of the end of our weekend. We didn't do anything. I was spent the day with the wife on Sunday and at a local food truck rally that I'll be at next weekend. And the one thing when you go to an apple orchard that has a food truck rally, there's a lot of bees. The bees are bad. Like I know I'm sweet, but the bees are bad.
Yeah. We find that at a lot of the orchards and farms and farmers markets and stuff. There's just bees everywhere.
So this coming weekend is obviously the big rivalry game in Michigan State.
Mhm.
And luckily luckily for the food truck rally, it's a 7:30 start. And the last food truck rally of the year is there, and it's supposed to be like high 50s, low 60s. I'm going to try to send out some social media about pre-orders. People can come get your tailgate stuff. We always sell out there. I mean, we've always sold out well before. I can only cook so much meat.
I mean, really, we've been pretty fortunate last week and then this coming week with weather for October.
Yeah, we didn't get. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, or it's supposed to rain, I think, tomorrow night, and then all day Wednesday. But over here, but everything else is supposed to be pretty clear all week.
Yeah,
So
I think we have a chance of rain on one day, but it's less than 50% right now.
Yeah,
temps aren't horrible.
no,
So,
temps are horrible. I hear wind is coming. Like good wind gusts are coming.
it's been windy here all weekend. It was nice and warm, but man, it was blowing all weekend. But well, good. I'm glad you had a pretty good week.
Yeah, and nothing
You're
broke.
feeling better.
Nothing broke. A week where nothing broke.
Nothing broke last week. This is 2 in a row, I think.
Oh yeah, well maybe, I don't know. But yeah, nothing broke, and we're ending October strong. We have the food truck rally, and then we have a wedding on Devil's Night, I guess it's called. So yeah, we're ending the season strong.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Ish. Well, ish to the end of the season. I've got a couple things in November.
Well, yeah, October is God, it's been awful. Just from a sales standpoint, like I can't figure it out. I can't put my finger on why it is. I mean, our monthly sales are going to be, this is probably going to be our second slowest month of the year. Our only slower month was March, and that was a half a month. So
Really?
by far our slowest full month this year. And we closed for a couple of days for me being sick, which I get, but yeah, it's just been weird.
Yeah, it shouldn't have that much of an effect.
No, but yeah, it's just keep looking at the numbers and I'm like, I just don't understand it. But we had a pretty good week actually. I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean, it is where I would expect October days to be, with a little bit cooler weather for the most part. You know, people are less likely to come out. But yeah, then we had So yeah, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. For the most part, normal week. We had a new brewery in Saugatuck,
Yeah.
Guard, which interesting side to this whole thing. So about 2 hours before we got there, let me see if I can find the string of messages I got from another truck.
Oh boy. That was supposed to be there at the same time? Let me guess.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
that had been there previously.
Okay. Now this is one that you've tried to get in like numerous times that I was fills
No,
up.
so they had posted on, I think, the West Michigan food truck group, that they were looking to fill some spots for the rest of the food truck season. I don't think I have it. I think I deleted it. Anyways, and we had responded with, we're available these 4 days. They had originally said yes to all 4, and then she came back later. She's like, I want to make sure you guys have good opportunity for sales, so let's just do the one. So they do beer classes once a month,
Really?
where they bring people in and they teach people about beer or the process or something about the business. So they had a 1 month they did like a women brewers thing, where they brought in women brewers from Michigan and did like a open panel thing.
Yeah.
They do some pretty cool stuff, but she wanted us there it was a weird beer class. So they had a lot of so they had a bacon beer and a smoked something or other beer and a Bloody Mary beer. So they were going through that, and
I'm sorry, but that sounds disgusting.
yeah, I know. I didn't try any of them. So yeah, they sell tickets, 30 tickets for just that, and those people go back to the back room and they learn about the palate and the flavors and pairing and all that stuff. So pretty cool thing. Really cool place, just off the highway, a little hidden, really good foot traffic. So yeah, it was a pretty good night. It was cold. It was
Yeah.
not the best weather day we had that week by far on Wednesday. But considering it's our first time in that area, it was a pretty good night. I mean,
How far is it away from you? Where you normally
it
go?
was
I
only
guess?
half an hour.
Okay, so it's
So
not bad.
it's pretty close. I mean, we drive a half hour to a lot of places
Yeah.
just because of where we are. But so yeah, it's definitely, they said everything was great and lots of good comments. So I told them we would be up for any other events that they have next year, of those kinds. So probably a good relationship going forward. But yes, this other barbecue truck, I say in quotations because their menu is, they have a pork sandwich and a brisket sandwich. And that is the end of barbecue as we do it.
Oh.
Then you got like 7 different hamburgers,
Mhm.
I think a corn dog. Yeah, kind of all over the place on the menu, no real cohesion. Anyways, he had reached out. He said, good luck tonight at Guardian, was the only message, the first message I got from him. I said, thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot. He's like, yep, I own a food truck. And every message was 1 sentence. So it's like I'm trying to draw out conversation from him because you could sense that there's more. So he has been there 3 times and has had awful turnouts all 3 times. The gist of the whole thing.
Mm.
Basically, was telling me not to go because it wouldn't be worth my time.
Mm.
Based on what I've seen on his Facebook, and I will not give the name out,
Mhm.
I'm going to guess he wasn't invited back.
Mm.
And he's a little bit bitter about it. But yeah, after we were done, he asked how things went. I said, good, not bad for our first time there. He's like, well, clearly we have different ideas of what a successful night is. Okay.
I mean,
So I had hit done on the conversation on the messenger 3 different times, and he kept popping back trying to get a response.
like, no. Yeah, and
And I never gave him a number on what we did. I just said we had a good night. Part of me thinks he was there watching somewhere, trying to figure out. But he also has a bright green trailer. So now I got that doofus around, but
Get your
according to his Facebook, he is considering dropping the barbecue off his truck name. And I think that's probably a good idea because he's not really selling barbecue. And I can almost guarantee you he's not smoking his own pork and brisket.
we have a food truck over here. It's an actual truck. The two items that are in their name, okay, I won't give the name out, but the two items that are in their name, only one of them appears on their menu. Okay.
Yep.
And only appears once on their menu. So I'm going to be with them Saturday. So we're going to see how it goes.
So Billy Bob's Fries and Dogs
Nope.
only has hot dogs, and it's one hot dog.
It's blank and blank. That's it. And they don't have the last blank. And I'm like, if you're going to advertise that blank, it better be a damn good blank, or you should probably at least have it on your menu.
Yeah.
No, there's two types of tacos and something else. Now, they sell different things. I don't know, but that's what's on their Facebook page as and then he spelled the two words together to explain what one meat was. I'll text you.
Okay.
Or I'll message you. Sorry. It's quite interesting.
Oh.
Probably a great person. Oh, I can't wait to meet him.
So Friday we had our normal Wiseman Distillery lunch, and then we bailed out of there because of a local football game, Caledonia versus Rockford, which has been a pretty good rivalry. Last game of the regular season, both going in undefeated. It was for the conference title, and it was in Caledonia, which is just 5 miles south of the brewery, which we knew there wasn't going to be anybody at the distillery. So there was just no way. There's not on regular games, let alone a game of this magnitude. So I had a contact with the grounds supervisor, property supervisor with Caledonia Public Schools, asked if there was any way we could set up in one of the parking lots near the stadium. And he cleared a couple things with a couple people and said, yep, go ahead. So yeah, we pulled in shortly after. There was probably some better spots that we could have parked, but I was more concerned with getting out of said parking lot after serving than anything else. And it still was almost a big headache. It was standing room only inside the stadium. There was not room for more vehicles anywhere on the school property.
Oh, wow.
There was probably people walking 3/4 of a mile from a different parking lot to get to the stadium.
Big game.
It was a huge game. Last year it was a super close game. This year it was not so much a super close game. Caledonia lost, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, so we sold there. It was a very short notice kind of deal, but we got people. It was definitely a better night than it would have been at the distillery.
Okay.
We can kind of make something work going forward for future home games. So yeah, it was a good gamble. And then Saturday, Chris was sick. Chris was sick on Friday and Saturday. So I worked solo Saturday.
Welcome to the club, bud.
It's not a solo truck. Either is yours.
Sure.
So it was, Pam had offered to work. And we were at the farm that we had been at earlier this year. And on a nice day, there wasn't a whole lot of eaters. We talked about it back then.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people getting lunch. I said, Don't worry about it. I can handle it. I said, it's not going to be any kind of big paced thing. That was not the case on Saturday.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Wow. The enthusiasm is big with this one.
In all seriousness, it was fun. It's nice to do it every once in a while. It would have been more enjoyable had it not been as crazy as it was. We did 90 transactions, which isn't a ton.
Oh, I mean, that's still a ton for doing it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was.
How did you pace it out?
Yeah. So there was a
When I
couple.
do it, I typically do 5 at a time. I'll take 5 orders and I'll take an order, I'll send one out. I'll take an order, I'll send one
Yeah.
out.
So when I had a line, and there was a couple times where it was 10 to 15 probably deep, I would go like 3,
Yeah.
take 3 quick orders. But it was, so here's the problem: there's no drinks. So the farm doesn't sell anything except for donuts and cider.
Okay.
And it was 76 degrees that day and not a cloud
Yeah.
in the sky.
Yeah,
And
nice.
a place where they have like 3 different playgrounds, a little mini Ninja Warrior course for the, I mean, so everybody's running, there's lots of activity.
Yeah.
So I had orders that were just drinks. So you'd get, I get 3 people that were just looking for waters, but
Yeah.
thank you, I love you. You're my
Yeah.
favorite
We,
customer today.
we had that at the concert. They had 2 bars that had, and it looked like 1 bartender each, and they probably had 250 people in the venue.
Yeah.
And each line was heavy, and people would just come to us asking for water. And I'm like, they didn't want us to sell drinks because they were selling drinks.
Yeah.
So yeah, we lost out on some sales on that, but
I think I sold 98 beverages
well, good for you.
and I was down to like 8 left by the time the end of the, yeah, it's,
Yeah, so 90 transactions, I mean 90 tickets, that's pretty heavy for doing it yourself.
yeah, it was a lot of go. And then I kind of like you, I was stuck there because there was no good way for me to leave before
Yeah.
6 without committing a whole lot of felonies and running over a bunch of kids. So yeah, the taco truck that was there with us had a solid line.
Risk versus reward.
Unfortunately, I can't drive that fast with a trailer hooked up, so my
Sure.
getaway would be flawed. But yeah, the taco truck had a line, 10 to 15 people deep. The next hour and a half that I was there cleaning up and trying to leave. So I easily could have done way more than what we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, everybody was cool.
Legit sellout.
Times weren't super slow, but yeah. We had a big pickup order, 4 pounds of brisket and pork. That kind of helps. But
Yeah.
I mean, it would have sold anyways. Without a doubt, it would have sold anyways. So yeah, it was good. It was a fun day. It was tiring, and going that fast for that 4 hours is
Oh yeah.
awesome. And not being able to leave your trailer to go to the bathroom, or I had a bottle of Gatorade sitting on the counter that I had 1 drink out of in 3 hours. The lady says, "You want me to bring you some donuts?" I said, "No." I mean, yes.
Did you ever ask, have you asked has anybody ever asked, "Hey, you want me to come in and take payments for you?"
No. I almost asked her. I said, "No, but if you got an extra person."
Yeah, I had that one time where the bar manager came in and took payments for me.
I mean, that would have been great. I would have welcomed that. Or someone that can do just a couple dishes real quick, just so I don't have to do all of them all at once. But
That's good.
yeah, I mean, overall, it was not a bad week. Nuego was okay. Yeah, not a bad week. Everybody at the
Good.
truck is healthy as far as I know right now. So going into our final week, hopefully we will have the full staff all week long. Fingers crossed.
Good.
Our final week of barbecue, I should say.
I've been toying with that too myself.
Oh my God. You guys steal all my shit, don't you?
No, not that way, but just easy, or just quick cook items is basically what I was thinking. Because we did for our 1 year anniversary, I smoked 48, 4 packages of 32. My brain's horrible. 32 basically 3rd-pound burgers.
Mm-hmm.
We seasoned them with the Judge because we were giving it away. They sold like hotcakes. $10 a burger. I mean, they sold like hotcakes.
This is a nice change.
Hold on a second. I have to go downstairs. Hold on.
All right. Man, normally it's my dogs making all the noise. Of course, if I'm inside. they would be going ape shit crazy right now. We need an update on Facebook followers too from Skippy. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Arr. Skippy has a lot of things in his ceiling. Lights and vents, and all kinds of stuff up there. What's that red thing, I wonder? Skippy.
No. Came back. Here we go. Woo!
Hey, what's the red thing on your ceiling behind you?
That thing?
No, that's a vent. That's not red either. Down lower, right over your left shoulder. Or
Oh.
right shoulder or whatever.
There?
Well, close, yeah.
I'm colorblind, so I don't know if it's red.
Oh, I think it's on top of like a vase, maybe on top of a cabinet.
Oh, yes, it is a
Okay.
vase on top of a cabinet. Yes.
All I can see is the very top of it. I
Right
couldn't
there.
tell if it was coming out of your ceiling like it's a hotel smoke detector or something.
Right
Fire,
there?
fire, yeah, that one.
I was like way over here, but no, right there. Okay.
You're kind of close. All right, and we're back.
So,
Stuff you'll only see on the YouTube video.
right. So I was thinking we did 48 burgers. We sold 44 of them. So I think I went home with 4.
Mhm.
Everybody said they were really good. We actually made some different sandwiches out of them. Like we ran out of brisket and people were ordering the brisket Reuben. I'm like, well, I can make it with a burger instead. They're like, all right. And they loved it. Basically, because we ran out of brisket, we're like, okay, well, we can put burgers instead in substitute of our brisket sandwiches. And they're like, all right. So like we had the Elvis burger, which is peanut butter on it. And I mean, everybody loved everything. So it was, but we did wings too. Like, I'm just thinking like quick cook items.
Yeah.
Because the outlaw will get hot quick and fast. I can cook bone-in wings in 35, 40 minutes.
So you'd use the Outlaw and not the Rectech?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, because I cooked wings on the Rectech and they still came out not chewy, but didn't have the skin just wasn't good enough. When I cook them on the Outlaw, I'll cook them on the top shelf, that microwave shelf, and just blast them with heat, and they get a good smoky flavor, but they also get a good char.
Interesting that I don't have a problem with the skin on my chicken wings.
Yeah,
At 260.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I cooked them in the deep south. I even put them in the hotter spot. It just didn't come out to where like I would want to eat them. So when the first time I did them on the Outlaw, I got to do a couple different batches, but it all came out better. And this time for the burgers, I actually just smoked them on the regular racks. I didn't smoke them on the hot rack.
Mm-hmm.
So actually came out really good for that too.
Huh. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid using my smoker at all costs.
I can imagine that.
So yeah, for sandwiches, we're gonna do a Reuben. We're gonna do the Cuban, which I will probably oven roast that pork instead of smoke it.
You're gonna use your oven for something other than storage?
Probably, yeah. Well, I won't need it for I won't need as many pans. So I'll have the open space in the oven now.
how are you gonna deal with like, I guess toppings or cold stuff? Because you have the same size prep table as I do.
Yeah.
It
No,
seems
mine's
like
bigger.
yours
The
is
new
bigger.
one I got is bigger than the one I gave you.
Because I'm trying to figure out how to do toppings, and it's like I don't. Because that's why I thought like I couldn't do deli sandwiches because I don't have enough room for that.
Right.
But I can do hot stuff because I can hold that. But
You have, well, yeah, you have three rows, right? In that table.
yeah, basically with like a half, like a really small
So
side.
two and then a half, like 2.5. Trying to
No,
remember.
I can do three. I can do three, but it's then I have an opening. That
Okay.
I think sauce bottles might just fit there, but I haven't tested it yet.
So yeah, I can fit 9 squares and then 3 of the half
Little guy.
rectangle ones.
Okay. Yeah.
So
all right. So
I got lots of space. Like I had no problem doing Cubans when I had my regular stuff in there. And I won't have some of that same stuff in there. So
yeah, that works.
I should, yeah, I made when I was going through like sandwiches and stuff, I was going through ingredient lists just to make sure I had space for everything I need. So it looks like it'll be good. So yeah, doing those couple sandwiches like a club, probably grilled cheese, and then probably like a turkey, something or other for around when we get around Thanksgiving and stuff. Nothing crazy. 3-4 sandwiches at a time, 3-4 soups at a time. We'll make mac and cheese, but that's something that I can do on a day we're not running and have mac and cheese for the week,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to be doing a full batch a day like we do now. It'll be we'll use a half pan a day or whatever, and we'll be good. So
yeah, mac always sells, especially when it's hot and ready to go.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, and these are all it's a higher margin. So I don't need to hit the same customer accounts, but yeah, we're going to offer text ordering.
I saw that.
So basically it's just going to be a burner phone that will take text messages.
Yeah.
That way, if I'm not on the truck, they're not coming to my phone. And then we'll just open a tab like you would an open ticket.
Yeah.
And then we'll text them when it's ready, or when they put the order in, we'll give them a window of 7 to 10 minutes. Your order will be ready to pick up. And that way they don't have to wait outside the truck. But we'll only do that for winter. I don't want to try to manage that during summer hours. So, and again, I'm not expecting that we're going to have 90 transaction days in the winter.
It's just something else.
If it happens, then great, but it's going to be really hard to manage that text ordering and inventory and stuff. So, and that's why we're going to do text and not online ordering, so I can manage the inventory without having to do a whole lot of extra work on the back end. It's easy for me to say, I don't have any more broccoli cheddar soup in a text message versus relying on Square for me to update Square with inventory amounts every day type of thing. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do in the winter. 3 days, probably a week.
Catch up on your sleep.
Catch up on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really sleep in. So, I mean, I'll be up by 5 every day anyways.
Yeah, I know.
So.
That's your body just wakes you up after you've been doing it for so long.
But yeah, I mean, but it's a different pace of a day, and it's not as harried as it is now and frantic as it is now. So,
so I saw your new press.
Yeah. That thing is a freaking beast. It weighs 72 pounds.
That's good size. Okay. Where do you plan on putting it?
It's a great question, Skippy. The proper question is, where do you plan on putting them? Because I'm going to have a second one.
Oh boy. Okay. So where do you plan on putting them?
So the current plan right now is a piece of plywood on top of the stovetop, and they'll sit on there.
Oh, fire. Sure. Okay.
So since we don't use the stovetop, we won't need it after soups are warm. Yeah, we can set that on there. And so Chad Cook with Smoke and Seas, he said it's the same one he has. So I started asking him questions. He said it works great. He said it takes 45 minutes to warm up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he gave me his temperature settings and how long it takes for stuff to go. So yeah, he's doing sandwiches in about a minute and a half to 2 minutes.
Okay.
So
Alright.
not horrible. But it's a space issue. That's why I need two. I mean, if I get 6 sandwiches at once, someone's waiting 3 minutes before I can even get another sandwich on if I just have the one. So yeah. But yeah, that thing's big. We plugged it into the regular outlet, and the 50 amp breaker on the link box tripped for the 2 generators. The generators weren't anywhere near maxed out. It's just the 50 amp for the linkage. So now it's if we have 2, that makes a bigger problem because there's plugs I have other plugs, just regular 110 plugs on those generators that I could plug one panini press into each one off extension cords. Do I really want to do that, or should I just pick up a 3rd generator just to run those 2 panini presses? That way I'm good and don't have to worry about it. Which is probably the way I'll go. Because I will still be using all the same equipment will still be on. There's nothing I'm getting rid of outside of the smoker. The warming cabinet I'll have bread and stuff in there just to keep it warm.
Oh, so you are going to use that.
Yeah, I mean,
So can I make a suggestion?
sure.
So you're going to use your warming cabinet. Are you also using your steam table?
Yeah.
How much of your steam?
All of it.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll have soups on there, and then we'll keep.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so you're using.
Yep, so I got inserts. They're
Yeah.
coming. I have inserts for the soup, the bin, whatever they're called. They have a name and I can't think of it.
I know what you're talking
Yeah, the
about.
little circular, just like for our nacho cheese.
Yeah.
So yeah, for 4 soups, I'm taking up 2 of those bays, and then the
Yep.
3rd one will have like our pork for the Cubans, and
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean everything. Like I'm trying to go through and figure out if there's anything I can turn off, and there isn't. I mean the heater uses less power than the AC does, but not significant enough. You know, so definitely not significant enough for 2.
Probably should have just got the 9,500, huh?
What's that?
Probably should have just got the 9,500.
Again, but yeah, it's still not bigger than a 50 amp breaker on it. I'd still be in the same problem. A pop in the breaker that is running off that,
Well, I think what you're running into is it's how the trailer is wired, because that's what I was having an issue with. That's why I had to move my steam table to the opposite side of my trailer. So I would turn on. So when I put the warmer, or when I put before I even had the warmer, if I had my prep table and all 3 of my steam tables in, but plugged into different outlets on the same wall, it would trip the breaker.
The breaker on your generator?
No, the breaker in my box.
Yeah, see, I'm not tripping any breakers in my box.
Well, how the hell, if you're not
It's on the link for the generators. That little link box
the
has
parallel
breakers. So I'm tripping it there, not anywhere in the trailer. So it doesn't matter where I have stuff plugged in.
that has a breaker in it too.
Yeah. Yep.
Which one did you get? Furman?
No, it's
Oh, that's why.
I can't remember.
Which generator did you get? Champion?
Yes. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Yeah, the 2 4500s.
Okay.
Yeah, their link box has breakers on it. Has a
Really?
Yep.
Okay. So mine just had switches, like 30 and 50.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's got so it's got a 30 amp breaker and a 50 amp breaker next to the plugs. That's where it's tripping.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, safety, I guess.
Yeah, I mean those safety things are. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get a light on the outside of my trailer since I have no lights outside. Just gonna throw an extension cord over the roof and use a clip-on light.
Hold on, Skippy, over here.
My window. lunch.
All right. Oh, what were we saying? Oh, yeah, generator stuff.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, just need to get through that one hurdle and everything will be good. And like, it's not a huge deal. It's a easy workaround. So, yeah, so we'll start. I think next Thursday. I'll give myself a couple days off next week, to try to get some stuff off the trailer that doesn't need to be there for with the winter and stock it with the proper things, and then
Good thing for a storage unit and a 3-car garage, huh?
2 storage units in a 3-car garage. Yeah. But
Some might call you a hoarder.
I'm hoping to go through the the personal storage unit this winter.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, we have space in the house once we get all the rest of the boxes unpacked and out of the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get organized. We'll get there.
Yeah, so I think, are you thinking about hitting up places you've been at before? So you know you have customers there? Like, I know we talked about it last time, but you're not worried about any type of, I'm not gonna say customer loss, but like, are you gonna market them? Are you gonna send text messages, emails? Here's what we're doing now. What's your plan with that? Or is it just social media driven?
Social media driven. So my post today was kind of the big announcement,
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
more or less. Comments are all very positive, I think as long as we were getting out decent sandwiches, that will be fine,
Mhm.
and
We're doing some quality deli meats.
yeah. So we'll go I mean, yeah, we're going to go quality on that, and toppings, so condiments and yeah, I mean, we're still got homemade coleslaw for some things and some homemade mac and cheese. And
See,
who
my
knows?
Reuben has coleslaw on it because I can't stand sauerkraut.
So you're doing a California Reuben
I'm doing a
almost.
California Reuben, yeah.
Are you doing you're still doing it with
So Swiss cheese brisket or burger, coleslaw, Thousand Island.
yeah, so mine will be corned beef sauerkraut, and then yeah, Swiss cheese and Thousand Island. Probably will run a California with the turkey, a true California with the turkey and coleslaw too, but we'll see. That might be more of a special. I don't want this menu to get out of control.
No,
The idea is to keep it small and easy, and something that I can, when I get a couple more people to help with it, that it's easy to train and easy to do and easy to duplicate. So
yeah,
proof of concept is what the idea is here. Help cover some of the bills, and proof of concept for a trailer possibly down the road. So
sounds like a plan, Stan.
that's where I am at. And now I have to ask you a question.
Oh boy.
So last week we had talked about our, what was it, 22? No, 220, 210, 210, 10-2. What'd you call it? 10-2 challenge. I think it was 10-2.
Yeah, I think it was 10-2. Yeah.
That sounds better than 210.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So last week you were at 1,325 Facebook followers, and I was at 8,469. So those of you that didn't catch last week's episode, go catch up, or I can, the race is Skippy to 2,000.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. That way you don't have to worry about me posting it to Facebook. You
Yeah,
can
and I
get the
don't
notification.
I don't get Bubba texting me. Where is it?
Well, that's why I made sure that I posted this morning saying it was going to be late, just so people didn't freak out.
Yeah. Glad we have that loyal following though.
It is nice that we do have that. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so Skippy is trying to get to 2,000 Facebook followers before I get to 10,000. So he had about 675 to go, and I was at 1,531 to go. Skippy, where are you today?
As of this moment in time, I'm at 1342.
Not bad, buddy. Are you running any ads or anything?
Nope.
So those are all purely organic, huh?
Those are from my smiling face. Actually, pretty much everybody that comes to the trailer, I bought so much business cards, but on the back of my business card, it's a QR code that takes you right to our Facebook page.
That is the one thing I forgot when I reprinted my new business cards.
I love QR codes.
Yeah, they're great. And I wish I just forgot it. I got distracted with the backs of our cards. So on the backs of our cards, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not. But Moo is great for those that use or have not used them. They're fantastic. So standard front and on the back, we have pictures of food.
Ooh. Okay.
So, and then we even have our catering menu on some of them. So, but yeah, I forgot the QR code on the front. It was one of the things I'd wanted. So are you going to run an ad? Just a general?
My luck in ads has been piss poor, to say the least.
Okay.
I have one going right now that has not generated one single response to it.
Is that for, what's it for?
That was for the voting.
The voting?
But I look at the ad and they haven't even charged me for it. So I don't know if they're going to.
Yeah, as long as you don't get clicks, you don't get charged for it.
I know. Well, I want clicks. I'd rather be charged. But I basically in every post, I try to put the link in there.
I'd be curious to see how your ad's set up then, that you're not getting anything off of it.
I clicked on engagements.
Yeah.
Like that's what I wanted, was more engagements. Yeah, nothing. It's weird. And it's set up. I mean, it tells me it's running. I look at my planner and it says it's there every day, which is weird. Especially with 1,300 followers, I think I'd at least get one.
Well, maybe it's your audience that needs some tweaking.
I did try to limit it to the county that I'm in, but I
would open that up to all your service areas. So if you go there,
I can't edit an ad though, can I? I'd have to run a new one. I'd have to delete this.
You can edit it, but then it has to go back through the review process. So it's going to get taken down while it goes back through the review process.
Yeah.
But if you're not getting clicks now, does it really matter?
It doesn't matter at all.
So yeah, even if you have to recreate the whole thing, it's probably worth it to do it just to try to get it. But yeah, so when we had talked last week, I had told you that they had stopped my other ad, just a general getting our name out there kind of ad. They had been running since I think 2019 continuously, never stopping. And then all of a sudden it did stop. I didn't notice it, which you would think I would from the lack of bill or the decrease in bills that I got. But I just figured it had run its course and people were stopping clicking on it. But not the case. So I had restarted it just before the podcast last week when we started talking. So since then, we were at 84.69. As of this moment, we are at 86.75.
Hate you.
206 additional followers / likes, or however it's counted. But yeah, so, and it's starting to slow down, which we typically see with new ads. Like they'll hit really hard the first, like the people that want to click on it are going to do it early.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the first couple of days, we were averaging like 30 new followers a day. And then like yesterday was like 6. So, but yeah, I like Facebook ads, and I like being able to target those that way, because you're getting people that are at least likely to, or more likely to visit the truck based on the ad, versus putting it out there to your audience, to the whole country. It does you no good to have likes in California,
Yeah.
unless you're pushing merchandise hard. And I have a guy from Texas that keeps reaching out to me wanting a free XXL shirt because he collects shirts. So okay, so freaking buy one. But so yeah, it's you target the areas that you want to sell in, and
But the target areas, might probably better to, can you do it by the county, or do you have to do it by the city?
So I think you can do it by county. Like, I think you can type in like Kent County or Washtenaw County, and then you do a radius from there. My other suggestion probably, Skippy, would be to up your daily allowance.
Yeah, I am.
So I'm at $7 a day max for my ad.
Okay.
And that gets me, it says, I think 1,300 pages. So on average, I'll get in front of 1,300 eyes a day. So really, even having that many eyes on the page, I'm not getting, the return on it's pretty low, But yeah, as you play with those sliders and like your daily budget, it'll tell you how many eyeballs you're getting in front of. So I do mine by city just because it's easier for me to do that in my head of where we serve. So I'll do Hudsonville and then a 10-mile radius, and then Kentwood in a 10-mile radius, and Newaygo in a 10-mile radius. But my ad covers pretty much everything from northern Newaygo County almost all the way down to the Indiana border. But we serve various areas inside of that.
Yeah.
So even if I'm getting people that live outside of Cassopolis, like in the page, but we serve Cassopolis, so hopefully they'll see it and come through when we're there. So yeah, so I try to get the surrounding areas of everywhere we serve, and then
Interesting.
it seems to have worked. The ads work for us for whatever reason. I don't know if people like our page just because of the name, and I think there's probably some of that at least.
Yeah. I love your name.
So do I. I'm a fan.
Still big on enhanced barbecue though.
Yeah. But anyways,
that should be what the other truck is called, enhanced.
Enhanced. So yeah, the challenge is going well. Keep going, Skippy. You'll gain ground on me.
We're gonna have some fun this week. This week's gonna be because the end of October. It's also the end of the voting for your best food truck in Jackson. Throw me a vote. Appreciate it.
Please do.
Jackson Magazine. Just go there.
Did you say Maxim?
Jackson Magazine. The goal, like as much as
big time.
I think I told you off air, but as much as I want to win it, and I think it'd be great to win it, top 3 would be fantastic because top 3 get a story about them. Yeah. And I think that's cool. I have a face for radio though, so we'll have to go get a haircut.
Well,
that's cool.
I have one more thing.
Oh boy.
Our old competition barbecue friend Kyle.
Yeah.
Billy Smokers Barbecue. His restaurant is open officially as of, I think yesterday or the day before was the first day.
Yeah.
In Holland, Michigan, and our friend Sean stopped by and gave it glowing reviews, which is awesome. I'm hoping to get
figure out what the campfire corn is.
No kidding. Got me thinking of playing with some corn here soon. Can't wait to get over there, and I wish him all the luck. I cannot believe he's going to do the restaurant and still the 2 trucks. More power.
Is the other one a barbecue truck though, or is it a hot dog?
Last I knew, he had 2 barbecue trucks because he bought Jamie's old trailer
Oh, yeah, okay.
as a second truck, and then he never had as far as I know, from the setup that I saw at Silver Lake, the hot dog thing was never a truck, it was more of a booth,
Okay.
which the health department's fine with as long as you still have access to everything you need. You can just do a 10 by 10 tent. So
Yep.
I'm not sure how much of the hot dog stuff he's still doing, but yeah, I mean, more power to him. I hope he does very well, and I can't wait to get over there.
Yeah, I'll have to make a
Maybe
trip.
even next week when I have a day to do it. So
I'll let's plan it. I'll come see you and we'll do it.
okay. I am available on Tuesday for lunch and Wednesday for lunch for sure.
Tuesday sounds great.
All right.
I'll come pick you up.
Okay. I'll be here. Well,
Sure.
you'll have to remind me when we do the podcast Monday.
Right? Exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have anything else, Skippy, that you want to talk
no,
over real quick?
I'm pretty dry today, so I'm gonna go finish my water softener, go shopping for tomorrow for a little subdivision, and
Yeah, busy day for me too. My phone fell flat onto my patio, face down, which is always the best way for a phone to land. And now about half to 3/4 of my touchscreen doesn't work. So, including my one folder that has all my work apps in it that I can't access. I've had it for 1 week or 3 days less than a year. I have not had a phone that's made it 2 years in over a decade. So off to Verizon to pay full retail for a new phone. I'm super excited. Yeah. I remember
actually,
when phones were less than $200 for a smartphone.
I would just for personally, I would head to Best Buy. I'm just saying, I understand you play full retail, but I would rather pay full retail at Best Buy than and then you can take it there and or you can take it to Verizon and they'll activate it for you.
I understand, but it's
I'm just
easier
saying
to go just to one store.
I'm just saying
The
you can
price isn't
call
gonna
and
be that much
you can
different.
buy it and call and do it.
The price isn't going to be that much different.
Bet you it will.
I guarantee you it's not going to be.
What are you buying?
Pixel 7.
Oh, you're a Google guy?
Sure the hell I am. I don't use that crapple.
Oh, I don't use Crapple either. My wife just got her new Crapple phone. Pixel 7
Pro.
Pro. Okay, they're the same price. Well, at the Google store, they're the same price. Oh no. Sorry, do you want the Google 7 Pro? Oh, yeah, you got to have the Pro. All right.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
So, and there's a chance that I might be able to trade in this phone. They are running some promotions for even damaged phones. So,
Yeah.
and if I do it through my Verizon store, I can also just spread it out on my bill for monthly payments. So,
Yeah, $25
without interest. Since under the business account, I can do it without interest. I just break it up. So I'm not paying any extra. Yeah, if you don't have a business account for Verizon, you should. Do you use Verizon?
No.
Oh,
I'm using my personal cell phone, but I have my iPad is through Xfinity,
okay.
their cell service, which runs off Verizon towers.
So just so you know, there is no minimum size for business accounts at AT&T or Verizon for sure.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
you can
switch.
deals.
I'll switch this number over, and I might even get another number for what you were
Yeah.
talking about, text orders.
So with Verizon, you can do truly unlimited plans on cell phones for way less. Like I think I'm only paying $40 a line
Yeah,
for unlimited.
I know my iPad, which I also use as a hotspot, is 35, and my phone, which is through T-Mobile, is 35. So I'm paying 70.
You're not bad. Yeah.
But if I get rid of this, I can go on there, and then I got to get a new phone. And I got to pay full retail or split it over. And
Yeah.
I want to do that. I'll do that.
All right. Well, everybody, PB&J's of Michigan.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Don't follow Josh. Follow me.
Follow me as well, Sweet Rex Smoking Butts Barbecue. Sweet Rex Barbecue, I think on Facebook. Just fucking Google Sweet Rex and Smoking Butts. We're there. First pull. Merch is still on the store, still more coming. Kind of not a great week for me to try to get stuff up there, but don't worry, my part-time job is coming, so I will have plenty of time to get all kinds of cool stuff for you guys to order before Christmas and everybody's birthdays and holidays and all the other stuff. Kwanzaa and Festivus, and still time to order. I think that's it. Everybody have a good week. Skippy,
Have a good one.
peace out, buddy. I love you.
That's all for now.